coming live on YouTube and Facebook, all the Braaap channels, and across my personal ones too. So yeah, no real agenda here tonight. Shoot questions over. I'm going to be taking questions and doing everything I can to answer anyone who wants to talk or chat, all things Braaap. So exciting news. Bikes are behind me, so that's always a good sign. We're delivering heaps of bikes hitting the road each week at the moment. We're waiting for a lot of bikes to arrive next week, and the week after, and the weeks coming. So that's great news, and I'm sure there'll be heaps of people on about to talk about that. And we've got new models, which is 400cc Cruiser. The parallel twin engine is across the Cafe Racer, the new sports bike, the Moto 4, and the Cruiser 400. So I'm sure we'll be talking a lot about that. MX 450, they're going real good, building strength, and we've got the big Kenda Rally coming up with 500 other riders. So we'll talk about that. SS 125, heaps of people keen for those. They're way overdue and about to land, so that's good news. I'm sure we'll be covering it. So we're going to make sure that these are coming through. You can probably hear me. Yeah, I'll put my laptop down. I've got your questions coming through here, so shoot them off. Lappy's sitting here. So with all this stuff, I've got to give my disclaimer at the start. You guys know this if you've been tracking along with us, that our competitors hate us because our whole mission is to be the #1 value motorcycle in the country. We're doing everything to shake the status quo of the motorcycle industry up. So I've got to give you a few disclaimers. Number one is that I'm not selling you a bike today, so please, if we talk about finance or buying a bike or rego or anything to do with that, please go to braapmotorcycles.com. That's a website exclusively run by PWS Motorcycles. They're our licensed dealer. I'm not licensed tonight. I'm pointing you to those guys who are a licensed dealer, so please make sure you read your terms and conditions on your contracts, especially with these build-to-order promos. We're giving incredible discounts. Like there'll be people tonight asking us, is this true? Is this too good to be true? But we've been running these promos for about a year now, where we build to order. So you can pay for your bike now, we'll build it for you and deliver it once it's built, which takes anywhere from 60 days for the Moto 3 and the ST250s, right up to some bikes we're about to launch. I've got some exciting stuff we'll talk about tonight. Some new bikes about to launch that are going to be later on in the year. So whatever model you're looking at, the 400s, the Cruiser, the Moto 4 and the ST400 Cafe, that new bike we're saying September delivery. Only takes it 60 days to build that model, but it's a brand new bike, brand new introduction to our model range, so we've made it a September right away estimation. On the build to order promo, the bike's like half price. So anyway, I'm giving you my disclaimer so our competitors don't trip us up. Go to the website, make sure you read all about it. Everything I talked to you about tonight is general in nature. Obviously, I'm talking to you and you're not right there, so I don't know your personal situations, especially with finance, I've got to say that. So anyway, that's the world's longest disclaimer. Let's get into these questions. So firstly, shout out, I can see you there. AJ, good to see you with us. Sean, how are you? Next ride night, so true. How good was ride night? So hopefully you guys saw. Duke Bennett, mate, you've been our most passionate MX 450 owner, so thank you for your patience and being with us. Awesome story from this week. Alex, our fitment and options and upgrades guys over here on the tools. You can probably hear him banging around. If you can't hear me talk, it's probably his fault. But one of his mates bought an MX 450 this week, or 2 weeks ago probably, and loved it so much that he came back and got a second one this week. So that's a great testament to the bike, and love that. So he took it up bush. What did he say, Alex? What did he write to us? What's your mate's name? Craig. Grant. Oh, Grant, sorry. Bought one for his son. What did he say when he went riding again? He said, oh my God, it's got power in a good way. And he needed a new radiator because he crashed it, and new levers because he crashed it, and he bought another one. So that's good testimony. All right, what questions we got? Richie, burnout time. We finally got you a burnout. If you look at the Moto 4 promo video, shout out to the guys at Loanworks and Jack Simpson for doing our riding for that promo video, and finally got a burnout out of it. So how good's that? Hayden, SS125, we're going to talk a lot about that tonight. And Jimmy asking about stores in Sydney. So, all right, there's a heap of questions there already. Let me just start by talking about that question with the dealers in Sydney. So we've shifted our whole business model. If you've been tracking along with us, probably sick of me talking about this, but our whole goal is to give you guys incredible value for money, bang for buck bikes. So we cut out all the things that caused us to have to add price to the customer, the end price of the bike. So we cut out our physical dealership stores. Our exclusive dealer is PWS Motorcycles, and they sell to you online, and then they deliver all around the country. So if you're in Sydney, you get your bike delivered to your door. Obviously it costs you, so make sure you read how much that costs, but yeah, it's incredible. The downside of that though is we don't have test rides, we don't have demo bikes available. So jump on a video call with Lisa or one of the dealer sales team, and they'll be able to run you through everything and get you comfortable. So anyway, it's a huge shift in our business model. It's working really well and allowed us to get our bikes at super aggressive prices. So that's good. What else are we getting here? Oh, Tom, that's a good question. Asking about the SS125s. Will we have to get ABS to align with new legislation? So in November, there's new legislation. All new model bikes, all bikes that are sold are going to have ABS if they're above 125s. If they're below 125s, they can have CBS, which stands for Central Braking System. So that's cheaper. It's less electronics, which is good. So the SS125 in about 2 weeks is going to get its brake tests ready for November. It'll add about 150 bucks to the bike. So yeah, if you want to take us up on the offer for the SS125, the prices have to go up because of the cost. So that's a good chance to check that. Jump on now. All our other bikes will go to ABS. Again, the Cafe Racer, the ST250, it's going to add about 250 to 450 bucks to the cost of the bike, just because there's so much that costs us so much extra to build, let alone it costs around 10 or 15 grand for us to get the testing and the approvals in place with the Australian government when we put these new braking systems on. So yeah, good questions. All right, what else we got here? Callum talking about how you had trouble with mechanics wanting to service your Braaap bike. That's something we've had a bit in the past. If that ever happens to you guys, if you've purchased a Braaap and Honda or someone don't want to service it, there's two options. First, you call us and let us know who you'd like us to call and try and convince to service it, because most of the time the only reason they wouldn't is they're worried about things like, will it void the warranty? Are they able to get spare parts, all that type of thing. Our bikes are very simple to service, which makes it really affordable. So normally if we talk to them, we can get them on board. The other thing is, for 17 bucks a month, you can join our self-service system. So I'm sure we'll cover that tonight, but it's a really good way if you're a backyard mechanic to be validated and recognised, so you can maintain your lifetime warranty and not have to pay a mechanic to service your bike. So that's pretty cool. Upgrades for ABS, Steve, good question. We'll probably offer it. Yeah, if you would like to pay, that's something you could do. I haven't thought about that too much, but I'll put that on the notes. So we could offer it for sure and get it fitted. I personally, I've got a test bike, an ST250, or my bike becomes a test bike. I got ABS on it at the moment, and I took it off because, I don't know, maybe I'm old school, I like it without it, but it's something we have to do by government regulation, so we'll do it. And if people would like to upgrade, I'm sure we'll have a process for you to do that. It's pretty much just bolt on a new braking system and make room for the command center, the electronic stuff. So yeah. Oh, Annie's on there, that's mum. So you guys, a lot of you guys probably would have been talking to her, but she was saying Ray and Cyclecraft in Bondi is great. Not affiliated to us, but he's a legend, so jump on there if you're in Sydney. Phil, yep, there will be a Moto 3 with ABS. We have to, in November, all bikes have to go to ABS above 125, so yep, that'll change. All right, Duke, let's talk MX450s, because I've been promising you a live stream for the MX450, so let's jump on that. First of all, great news. Am I on this camera? This one? Oh, mate. Ethan's just making us look good here. He's telling me to push it back, so good to have Ethan here filming, and hopefully you guys can hear us okay. If for some reason you can't hear very good or anything or see, let us know, and we'll get Ethan to come out in front of the camera and so MX450, Duke, I'm not sure if you're the first. You'll comment on the in below here. Let me know. I think you might have been maybe the first, if not really close. So the good news is our brake tests passed, as you guys know, our lights, all the other tests, all that stuff passed, so that's awesome. The thing we challenged with was the noise test. The thing was way too loud, like it produces 42 horsepower standard, and like any motocross bike, it absolutely barks. Like Alex's mate who bought one and took it and it's got heaps of power and in a good way. But we had to really restrict it to get the noise down. So you'll see if you want to buy an MX450 and you're happy for it to just be dirt or rec reg, so no reg or rec reg, you can take it straight away. The bikes are in stock, they're ready to go, and we're honouring the promo price, and you just take them. But if you want to get the street legal, the ADR version, they do come with dirt tyres. It's the exact same bike. Motard wheels are extra. They're on special for $1,000 at the moment. You've probably seen videos of us ripping around on the demo bike for those. Then we're waiting for the ADR approval to come in. So we've finished everything. We finally got our noise test approved. You guys would have seen the updates last week about that. Maybe you saw the video of the dyno turning up here. How we restricted it, we've got a new throttle, so we've restricted the amount the slide can lift up in the carby, so that restricts the amount of power. Obviously, if you want to go race it or want to ride not on road, like you want to take your on-road Braaap MX450 and take it off-road for the weekend, you can de-restrict it and do the things to get the maximum performance out of it. We also had to put a honeycomb, basically a restrictor to reduce the sound in the header pipe here. And then in the back here, you've probably seen the photos, we've had to put a 15mm sleeve that hangs out by about 10mm. So we've reduced, and also we've put insulation in the airbox because the thing barks through how it breathes. And by the way, these come with a twin air filter, a really good quality air filter, a good high quality brand. So yeah, we're just waiting now. I don't think it's gonna, Duke said, will it be May 9? I mean, it's possible, but I think unlikely. So we're literally just sitting and waiting, and one day we'll get a stamp to say that the bikes are approved and can now be registered on the road. So we kind of can't give any updates until we hear back from that. So stay tuned. If you purchase one today or recently, or you're thinking about purchasing one, we're just setting everyone's estimations at 100 days, just because we want to be super transparent about it. Duke will attest to that at every step we've said the bike's incredibly aggressive price, like it's stupid the pricing. And the reason for that is we want to lock you in, get you on a bike, get your bike allocated to you, and we'll deliver it as soon as our approvals come through. So our whole thing is we want to make it worth the wait. So please understand that these are really good offers, and we believe as long as you understand what you're coming into, then there will be no friction. We're coming off the back of 2020. I'm sure there'll be some hater come on this Facebook tonight. We get it all the time. We were really late in 2020. COVID-19 compounded the existing government delays you already had in 2020, and we'd already come off a very controversial couple of years with competitors making allegations against us, media just shredding us, after we had 10 years of really positive media and won a lot of great awards like 4-time Australian Business of the Year, all that type of stuff. I was 2-time Australian Young Entrepreneur of the Year. All this great media went way against us when allegations were made. So anyway, I've had a controversial time. 2020 was late, and we're doing everything we can to be transparent and make sure you come into our build to order promos knowing exactly what you're getting. It's the best value in the country, and super confident about that, and we're doing everything we can to make sure you know what we're getting. So anyway, let's talk more MX450. So the cool thing is I'm getting my 2 bikes ready. You might have seen some photos of my bike. It's copped a flogging. I've had my own bike of these for 4 years. We've been developing with our manufacturing partner. They already had a great bike. We wanted to plug it into the Braaap system, make it our own and make it better. So I put 4 years of time into mine, and I'm just giving mine a birthday ready for May 2nd. We've got the Kenda Rally up in the Rubicon State Forest near Thornton there. So you'll see heaps of stuff. A few things I've done to mine. We've got aftermarket radiator braces you can get for those. So Duke, if you're watching, you want to get them. They're $35 each side, CNC. I've got 2 bikes. So on one of my bikes, I put my favourite bars, which are a Renthal low bar. I'm pretty short, I like them low. And on the other bike, I'm just leaving the standard Braaap MX450 bars, and I'll put my own bar pad on it, so that's pretty cool. I put my own grips on it. I like Renthal half waffle. Hey mate, how are ya? I like Renthal half waffle grips, so I'm chucking them on mine. On one of my bikes I'm leaving standard tyres, and on the other bike I'm going to chuck a set of Dunlops on it just because I want to see the difference. What else am I doing to mine? Obviously de-restricting it fully. Oh, also we've got an FCR, basically a race carby, so I'm going to be putting them on that on one of my bikes, and how we'll be tuning that is chuck a motard wheel in the back and tune it while I ride it on the road. Yeah, hopefully I keep one bike pretty much standard, then the other bike I'm just going to go to town on and get that thing going as fast as I can. You can actually get a 510 big bore kit for these, so yeah, might do that as a project, eh? What else are we doing? I've got a mate coming down from Queensland to ride as well, so I'm preparing him a brand new bike. Got our sticker kits coming for him. I think he wants steg pegs on his, so all that stuff. So anyway, I better check comments because I'm sure there's heaps of questions about him. But effectively, the MX450 has been super popular. We're trying to compete with the WR450. I think you'll find they're like 12 to 15 grand new from the dealer. We're doing ours at like 6.5 grand new. So incredible pricing. Should be able to go to the bush or ride super motard, like ride to work, and ride against a WR or the equivalent type bike, the Honda Sierra 450X or L. And you shouldn't be looking for any spec. We really want to be competing with big guys. So anyway, we're not trying to win MotoGP, we're not trying to win AMA Supercross, we're trying to build the best value enduro bike, trail bike, or super motard bike. So yeah, I think we do that, but I've been talking lots, so I'll check my questions here. See what we got there. Oh, the other thing is we've got heaps of options and upgrades about to be uploaded onto the website. Let me talk about those spares because that question has come through. Great question about spares. So warranty spares, we already have heaps of warranty spares here. If you've got any brand, any model of Braaap bike, your warranty spares should be in stock and we should be able to help you out. So don't stress about that. But for options and upgrades, you've probably seen the live streams over here. I've got a new mezzanine floor. Looks like a work site at the moment. We've got shelves going up everywhere because in 2 weeks, end of next week, Moto 3 spare parts arrive, so that's the black kits. If you've already ordered one, that'll arrive. The week after, we have all of the dirt bike options and upgrades, and all of the cafe racer option upgrades, and all of the like things like our coloured tanks, personalisation parts that you might have pre-ordered. So that's all coming, it's on its way. And on top of that, we're investing in the website and our inventory management system to make it much better for you, our picking and packing, tracking orders, all that stuff. Because I know that that's been a weakness of ours over the last year, especially while we've, up until really the last week or so, we did a whole year's worth of deliveries in like a couple of months. So we were so overwhelmed that it wasn't funny. So we've been asking for people to give us grace with our communication and our picking and packing. But we're moving into a stage now where that shouldn't be an excuse, where we should be delivering bikes on time, picking and packing our stock on time, having a great inventory system so you can see what we've got. So as part of that, there's heaps of MX450 parts about to go on the website. So yeah, that'd be cool. What else should I talk about, Ethan? Oh yeah, I'm getting asked a lot about these 400s, so let me just make sure I've answered all the questions. Sean's saying, can I get a rep to ring me? And I would love to get one. I'm sure Lisa and the dealership team are watching this, so they'll be on to you and they'll give you a call. So they're always about a day or two behind. So if you're ready to buy, you understand what you want, you can go to the dealer website and purchase, and make sure you read everything and read about the product and the offer and stuff. Otherwise, if you want to speak to one of the dealer guys, you can always comment on here and they will get to you. So yeah, all good. All right, MX450 we covered. Let me see if there's any other questions. All right, a few cafe racer questions, so we'll cover those in a sec. Duke, do you have any other questions for me, bro? You're my #1 Facebook live stream MX450 customer. Shoot me any questions in comments and I'll answer if I missed them. But yeah, super pumped on the MX450. I'm so keen. April 25th, going to Swan Hill, so shout out to the Shabbolt boys if you're watching. They're going to take me riding, and then that's prep for May 2nd on the Kenda Rally. So she's on. All right, let's talk new models. Oh, should we do SS125 first? I know there's heaps of people hanging for that. So I've taken, I don't know if Ethan can see this here. I've got our test bike here. I've taken the tank and everything off because I want to show you guys a few things, because there's a few upgrades that I recommend. Because again, one of the biggest challenges we have with street legal, like taking a dirt bike, just like the MX450 and the SS125, effectively taking a dirt bike and making it street legal. Can you see the tank in that here? Yeah, so I've taken the tank off this one and the plastics, because I want to show you the airbox. So there's a great airbox, it keeps noise down, it protects the air filter from water from the road if it's wet, but it does restrict power. So one of the, we're going to have a performance upgrade launching for these when we, next week the guys are going to start the dispatch calls. So if you've purchased an SS125, beginning next week, over the next 2 weeks, everyone who's purchased will get a call. So please hold off on calling us, because we will call you. And we'll be offering a performance kit, like we've just started offering for the cafe races. And one of that'll be a bigger carby, get rid of the airbox, chuck an air filter on it, a top of the range spark plug, and a plug cap as well, so to give it a bit more punch. And if you can see here, it's a really nice twin span chassis. This is the same chassis that we use on our superlight bikes, the bikes that we went to Vegas on, and Blows won the title over there, so that's pretty cool. And we just made it street legal, so that's super cool. And you can get heaps of parts for these. So you can, anything for the MX1 or the dirt range will fit onto the SS125, so keep that in mind. Don't know what else I need to tell you guys about this one. Get a muffler. Muffler really restricts it because of the noise. You can get dirt wheels for these things. We're going to have tail tidies for these things. Got colour kits, so different colour front guards and grips and fuel line, and sticker kits, all different colours. 17, 14 big wheel kits to make it taller. That's awesome. That'll be really popular. There's heaps of stuff that we're going to chuck on the website over the next 2 weeks and ready for you when you get your dispatch call. So stay tuned for that. Email will go out early next week, so you can start to see all that stuff. So yeah, stay tuned anyway. All right. How long are we on for? Guys, we have half hour. Wow. All right. What else have I got here before we move to the new ones? Kieran French giving us a shout out. There he is. If you jump on Kieran in the comments, tell us what your YouTube is, because he took the MX450 out, took it camping somewhere with the 4-wheel drive club, and yeah, it was awesome to get their feedback and see him loving the 450. So good to see you, bro. Duke, you asked me the hardest questions. What headlight globe does it take, the MX450? Gonna have to come back to you on that one. I don't know off the top of my head. I should know. So anyway, we'll. Yeah, Shane saying, will we do any complete exhaust for the SS? Yep, we will. So that'll be on the website there. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Stuart asking the difference between the standard handlebars and Clubman handlebars. So I'll see if I can get one. I can see a few bikes here. I might go and get one in a sec. But let's talk 400s, because that's a big one. Oh, Tom, just thank you for your shout out on the SS125s. You've been really vocal online, so I appreciate it, man. Real soon. Thanks for your patience for waiting as well. Can't wait to deliver these. Yeah, so, oh, and Sean, 44-day turnaround. We said in April we'll start delivering our first bikes ahead of time, and we're going to have a party when that happens. So that's starting to happen. Yeah, stoked. I know some people are still waiting for specific models. They've been late, but the good news is things are starting to get back in order, and some orders, some specific models are even ahead of time, and that's our goal for the rest of the year, is to be at least on time, hopefully ahead of time. We've invested heavily in that. That's not a flippant hope. That's the strategy that we've invested in. We're hiring extra staff. We've hired extra staff. We've got extra space in the warehouse. We have extra parts. We're going to be able to have extra capacity to assemble bikes at a higher quality and more people, so less time. And also we've gone ahead and built bikes ahead of time. So all things are coming together. We really want to pounce while we've got momentum and while we're building taking some market share. So, all right, if I can get, hey Alex, can I get a set of Clubman, a cafe racer with Clubman handlebars pushed over here, mate? If there's one, do you have one? A cafe racer with Clubman handlebars? Oh, could you push one over? How good's that for service? Thank you, mate. All right, so questions. Oh, wow, so many guys, thank you. I'm just scrolling through here to make sure. Darren, can I start the 450 so I can hear it? This one's super quiet. I need to go get one that's not. So let's talk 400s, guys, while we bring the Clubman Bars over on the ST. So can you see these, Ethan? Awesome. So there's three, just sit there, thanks mate, thank you. There's three applications we've used the new 400 parallel twin engine for. It's a 367cc engine, we call it a 400, that's very common in the industry. Just so you know, if there's haters in the comments, that's on our spec sheet too. So it's a 400 twin, we're promoting it as, we have three applications. The Cafe Racer is already our most popular bike, so people are going to be loving that. Please understand that these models are waiting for their approvals, so we expect those to be around 60 days. And we've just set a super conservative delivery time of buy it now, get it at crazy prices like half price ish, and we set your expectation as September delivery. We're going to do it quicker if we can. My intention is quicker, but please go over to the dealer and talk to them and buy it based on a conservative delivery time. So anyway, the bikes, super proud of them firstly. How awesome do they look? The team have done an incredible job. It's a real fight to nail the partnership agreements to be able to build such a great bike at such an affordable price. It takes a real team, not just from the engineering side, the design side, the R&D side, the testing side, even the spare parts side. When you think about the admin of like the spare parts manuals, the compliance, the homologation, it's a huge effort in that side, let alone nailing partnerships, because it takes a real amount of strategy to be able to get a bike at this price. Like, it is incredibly low pricing. That doesn't just happen by accident. So I'm sure if you guys are watching it, the price points we're promoting these bikes at has just blown your mind already, and I'm super proud of it and really excited for the launch. So the cruiser bike, twin disc front brakes, ABS brake systems, same with the Moto 4, twin disc front, ABS brakes, looks awesome both bikes. Jump on and check out all the photos on if you go to braapmotorcycles.com, click on motorcycles, go to these two bikes or the cafe or any of our bikes, you'll be able to see a real gallery of all the different photos. But if you've got any questions about them, please shoot them at us. So my main things to cover tonight is there will be a massive amount of spare parts, options and upgrades available on the website at some point soon. At the moment we're promoting the bikes, but of course our goal is always to offer personalization stuff. That's a huge part of our business. It's actually how our whole business works. Get you on the bike, basically like just do the bike, get you on the bike so you become a Braaap customer, and then we hope that that becomes a lifelong relationship. You buy spare parts, you buy options, and that's where our business becomes profitable. You can probably already see that is our tactic, and that's how we can just cut the market and get your attention. That's probably why you're watching. So yeah, incredible pricing, awesome styling. If you put these up, we've totally blacked them out. We've only got Braaap written on the engine, so no decals, totally blacked out. So yeah, there's the mystery of what it is, and you become our ultimate promotion and draw card because people ask you what it is, and hopefully you can tell them about Braaap, and we're a great Australian motorcycle company that are sticking it to the big guys, and we're underdogs, and you can tell our story. So don't know what people want to know. I should check my phone again, just as you know. Oh, here, always getting this question. How do we upgrade? So if you've ordered an existing Braaap model bike, a Moto 3 or an ST250, you're right guys, do your job as normal. You might just wave as you go past. Oh, Eden, come here. Can you come here? So guys, this is Eden. You will know already.
Hi.
So,
Nice to meet you all.
So Eden is managing all our dispatch stuff and anything, once you buy the bike, anything up until you purchase the bike is the dealer team and lease and on the dealer team. And once you've purchased the bike, the dispatch team manage all the logistics, and so Eden's the one organising the trucks and making sure you get a bike. So thank you.
Look out for my call. See ya.
So she's off camera as quick as she can. And Eden's got Jack as well, so you guys will get calls from Jack or Eden to talk about your freight, verifying everything, offer you personalisation and options. You can probably see Alex or hear Alex in the background. He's here fitting different things that you might have purchased. So one example of that is the Clubman Bars here. So I'll show you there. I've got to ask about that. Clubman Bars, you see that? Yep. So you can see here, this is an ST250. Customer bought it standard and then ordered a heap of extras. So Alex has fitted up the bar end mirrors. You can see the Clubman Bars, see how they are U-shaped and they sit further forwards and down a bit, that downward angle. That's the Clubman Bars, really popular cafe racer style of bar. We try and keep all the packaging on it so it arrives pristine for you. Oh, this one's got pipe wrap. Actually, that's a good point. I saw in the forums this week. I'm going to join all of the Facebook groups. I've made a decision. So if you're watching this and you're a part of any of the Facebook groups online, I'm going to apply to join. I'm not sure if I'll get accepted because a lot of people like to talk about me on those, but I'm not going to go on there to set people straight so much. Just be available to answer questions if people would like to hear things from the horse's mouth, because there's a lot of drift from the truth in a lot of these Facebook groups and forums, and there's a lot of people in these forums who are either incentivized to be negative because they're a competitor or they're a service business that makes money out of customizing or verifying or servicing or something out of our bikes. So it's always good just to be there and be available. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to join some of those Facebook groups. I'll hit apply after this actually, and we'll see if I get invited in. And yeah, anyway, I think my strategy for that's going to be, I want people to be free to talk. I'm not going to stop people and comment on everything that gets said about us, but just there's a few mistruths in there, and sometimes if people would like my opinion, I would like to be available, or not my opinion, would like the facts on a situation, I'd like to be available to give that. So anyway, see what happens. But one of the things that came up was that someone in those forums said that we were just buying white pipe wrap and spray painting it black, which is not the truth. And I hate it when people say things like that. They come black. I'll go get one in a sec if you want. They're in the rolls here. But they do discolour, so they don't stay perfectly black. So anyway, that's that. And yeah, I think things like that, you should just talk to us. We always want to make sure your bike's awesome, so we'll do our best to, if something like that happens, like you buy a black pipe wrap, we put it on through the heat, it discolours, talk to us and we'll work out a strategy or see if it's a fault or something like that. But some people like to just go to the internet, so anyway. This one's got a muffler on it, flat black seat. All this stuff's coming back in stock, so there's a heap of stock sitting here, but there's heaps of back orders that we haven't been able to fulfill yet. They'll be getting fulfilled, some in 2 weeks and others in 4 weeks. So we've got just so much stuff arriving. Logistics is a real pain. So as soon as it arrives, we'll be sending all that stuff out to you if you've ordered it. So anyway, what else should I talk about? Should wrap it up. Wrap it up. Oh yeah, I've got a surprise to come. So hang on, I've got to show you guys that. See what else is on there. Colin talking about what is the quality of the bikes and the construction metals. That's a great question, Colin. Thank you for that, mate. So everything we do, we design our specs. So we're fully responsible for the whole bike. I could never say that's this factory or this partner's fault. It's fully our responsibility. Of course, things like a speedo we buy from a supplier, a light we buy from a supplier, but as for like this model in front of me, the tank we own the mold for, the chassis we own the mold for, the triple clamps we do in-house, all that type of stuff. So it's fully our responsibility, even though the chassis, for example, and the tank, for example, I don't have the tooling I don't have the labour for our tooling to be used to mass produce. So what we do is we invest in a mould, and then that lives at a factory. Like a chassis is built at a welding and fabrication factory, so my moulds and jigs live there. On this model, for example, I'm talking about. So we're in control of quality control, we're in control of the design of the bike, and then finally when the bike gets back here, run it through all of our compliance, homologation and checklists. But at the start, we set all the specs on what grade of metal needs to be used, what density of metal, all that type of stuff. We've had, I think the word is metallologists. That's a consultant that basically comes and talks to us about the different materials we use on each part of our bike. So they've helped us with different reports in the past, and just making sure that we've got ways to have accountability over our supply chain to ensure that what we receive is what we order. And we hold test bikes and test components so we can test against those who don't drift away from the original motorcycle. So something like this here, we've been building this model for 7 years now. We know it incredibly well. There's thousands on the road. So yeah, we know it really well. And that's why if we see on a forum a few little issues pop up, you've got to put it in the context of thousands of bikes on the road. We're a family business. We're always here to resolve and take full responsibility to make sure you get a great quality bike. And price should never be a substitute for quality. I can't do price and performance. I can't sell you a $2,500 bike that you're going to win MotoGP on, but I can sell you a $2,500 bike that I can back with a lifetime warranty. So yeah, that's kind of our position on that. All right, what else was I going to say, Ethan? That about everything? I think I've answered everything. So if I've missed something, it's not on purpose. I've got so many comments on here. Thank you guys for watching. Just really want to give a shout out to those people who've been verbal about supporting us, because it seems like negativity gets out in forums on the internet much easier than people that stick up for us. Every single day we get people calling us or messaging us or sending us a screenshot to say they joined some forum and they're just sick of the BS that gets talked in there, so they've left it. And all the time those are good customers that are just happy with their bikes. And the majority of the thousands of bikes we sell are just silent and happy, and that's great. But the people who do go out and support us and back us and stick up for us, we really appreciate it. I just want to give a shout out. See you, Eden, thanks for your help. Have an awesome weekend. Yeah, and just want to shout out to say thank you, because it does mean a lot to us. We talk about your experience here as a team. We want people to love our brand. We don't sell anything anyone needs here. I'm not a doctor. We don't sell food, we sell motorcycles. It's something you should be passionate about. It's something that you may need to get to work, but really it's a luxury, it's a passion, it's an adrenaline rush, and we really want to make a great experience whenever you buy a Braaap bike. So we're working super hard at that, and we've got great momentum. And we just thank you to the people who have stuck with us and supported us as underdogs, and people who are sticking it to the big guys. So that's that. I got the surprise. I don't know how to do this. I've got 3 new bikes launching. So over the coming week, we've got 3 new bikes launching. We're going to have a new program for these new bikes. These bikes are pioneering bikes. They're incredibly new to us, and we really want to shake up the market. We really want to do something that people can get excited about and passionate about, and that people can be pioneers by joining Braaap as we try and enter this new category of the marketplace. We want you to be able to do that with low risk. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be promoting a really, really conservative delivery date. If I've learned anything from 2020, it's be super transparent about your offer. It's be super transparent about why there's a huge discount and what the risk is if you do jump in on that. That is a delay. The delays are outside of our control. I think C19 is is okay. I don't think we're going to get delayed, but I have no idea. So I've just been super conservative. These bikes are about to launch this week, are really innovative and pioneering. So we're going to be making an offer that you can get your bike at about half price, but all you have to do is buy your keys. So your keys would be like a $500 purchase, kind of looks like a deposit. And then you can pay for the balance of the bike once they're ready to be delivered, and we're going to set the estimation or the expectation that you'll be off and riding in December. We have got prototypes, we have been testing, we've put this new category about to launch into, has been something we've put years into. We've found partners from all over the world, and especially 4 or 5 years ago we had great partnerships here in Australia from Catavolt, who are electric bike legends in Australia. John up there is a bit of a gun and a bit of a guru. He helped us a lot, and now our partnerships that we've got in different parts of the world now have really helped us to build a bike that we're going to drop at an insane price point. Our goal is to make electric bikes available at the same price as gasoline bikes, so no longer would you have to go and want an electric bike and have to spend 20 or 30 grand. We want it to be accessible and available, and we want it to be modular. So keep your eyes out for this. I've pretty much blown the secret, but you know, we're moving to electric stuff. It's going to be awesome. We're going to make it modular so you can effectively buy the bike super cheap if all you need to do is 80 Ks for 80 Ks. Be a bit extra if you want to buy the higher spec battery, so you can do 100 Ks top speed for 100 Ks, and then if you want to go faster than that, same thing, you can spend extra money and modular it up with whatever you want. So I won't show you the full bike, but you can see some stuff here. Can we show on the hub?
I'm just going to zoom in, like, what do you want to show?
Oh, just the wheel, the hub motor?
Yeah. Alright, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just clicking around here. So you can see just the hub here. I'll wait till the website launches in full, but this is just a bit of a sneak peek. We're going to run a hub motor. That'll move now. I don't want to show the whole bike yet. Wait for the launch. But yeah, we're going to run in a hub motor. Anyway, wait for the website to launch, and you'll see it all over our Facebook. Keep your eyes peeled, and it's going to be an offer for people who want to pioneer in this electric market. So pretty exciting. It's awesome to be innovating, dropping some great bikes with the 400s. This is our bread and butter, to be in these categories. We want to own the Lambs approved segment, and I think you'll agree that our new product mix positions us as that. And then the electric stuff is, who knows where that's going to go. So anyway, comment, talk to you soon, shoot any questions. I'll check this. I'm going to add myself to some of the forums and hopefully get accepted and be there, and we just want to be more available to talk. We put more guys in the office, heaps more communication coming out of Braaap, and yeah, talk soon. Thank you guys. Braaap.